Wij gaan naar de transit system. Aan de andere kant klinkt als een soort lift.
Alas, I require your nimble fingers again.
Wat moeten we doen?
All right, what's the pattern?
Another easy one. The Phoenician letter to.
Who would know that?
I don't know. Perhaps an archaeologist? How about the Greek letter chi?
Wat? De Greek letter chi? Wat is de Greek
The
letter
Roman
chi?
numeral 10?
Okay,
Oh.
okay.
Romeinse nummer 10. Oh, dat is een X. Dat weet ik.
Got it.
Romeinse
This is
nummer 10.
not the way to your ship.
Wie
Do
weet
you
de
believe
Chimerian
Grace
letter,
could have
ja.
done something to cause
Jongen,
humans
joh.
to turn on her?
Like what?
Like becoming too overbearing?
Humans would have been given no reason to question my bearing.
It's one of my theories, yes. This must be the main entrance.
Ja.
I'm guessing the landing pad is on the other side of the big doors.
That's correct, Addie. Though the pad appears to be buried
Allemaal
under
machines.
meters of ice.
Kunstwerk. Er zijn mensen.
This looks Olympian or Neo-Egyptian.
Ja.
The triangle must represent the spire. Beautiful, don't you think?
Does it matter if
Beautiful.
it's beautiful?
That's another way to see it, sure.
Wat is dit dan voor
What are
machine?
these for?
They appear to be terminals for processing visitors to the spire. But they no longer store any useful
Hier is een
information.
orrery.
Cool statue. Or maybe it's a mobile. Do the little
Lijkt
moons
erop dat
move?
die dingen kunnen
Perhaps
bewegen,
at
ja.
one point in time. Though I'm not sure of the relevance of that.
Just curious. Is this an airlock?
Yes. The spire beyond this point can be pressurized.
Oké, lijkt me goed.
I assume your suit has limited oxygen?
I have about 5 hours left.
That's quite a risk you're taking. Were you assuming station life support could be restored?
Well, can it?
I believe so. But for reasons I'll never understand, life support is controlled by empathy processing. I suppose they had to give it something to do. I will enable that programming now.
Hello, Addie.
Hello. So you're going to get oxygen going?
The process has already begun, my friend. No rush.
No
If
rush.
you let me accompany you along the path ahead, I can balance the environment to your life force as we walk.
Oh, here we go.
Het zijn allemaal emoties. Oh eens?
Wow. How are these plants still intact?
They must have been subject to a very sudden drop in temperature while still alive.
What is this place?
Remaining connected to one's natural world is important for a person's well-being. A fitting starting point for those entering the structure, don't you think?
Oh, hier kan ik niks mee. Ik moet dus hier binnen iets doen. En dat
Do
zal
you
wel
see
in
them,
dat
Addie?
paviljoen
Life
zijn
in
dan.
perfect stillness.
Um,
The flowers defying the hoarfrost. As you have defied the emptiness of space to arrive here.
I guess.
Antwoord
Which
is
one are
nee.
you?
Pardon me?
Which one of these blooms best embodies your spirit?
Seriously?
It's important I know these things in the balancing of illuminatory ergonomics.
Beeldjes.
Fancy words do not make this any less idiotic.
Do you recognize any of the objects in this section of the garden? I'd love to know what you think of them. For the calibration process.
Oké. Zoals die beeldjes dan. Ja, een lantaarn.
Is this a lantern?
An expression of our certainty in the flow of time.
How
Ja.
so?
A craftsman spent months carving this remarkable device based on the absolute certainty that after day, night would follow.
All right, I follow. Am I doing this right?
You are doing splendidly.
I'm sorry. This
Nou,
cannot
dan hebben we
possibly
hier
be
een
necessary.
aanbeeld.
Temperature preferences can vary considerably between individuals. Careful calibration is essential.
How about above freezing and we proceed?
It's really up to Addie. If you don't wish to consider more objects, I can set the temperature within a survivable range, and you can move on to the flower bed next to the stairs.
I have no idea what this is.
Het is een aanbeeld,
A
jongen.
weapon or
Domme vrouw.
tool of some kind?
It's a device for working metal. Why do you suppose it's in this garden, Addie?
It could be a symbol of hard work.
An industrious future? Or a laborious past, perhaps?
What's the point of this, Addie?
I'm an explorer. I'm here to learn. This must be Terra Classical, or made in the style?
The ancient Greeks boarded their ships and set out to explore the
Ancient
world,
Greeks.
discover its gods, and conquer its monsters.
Dit is
You are
een
an
vos.
explorer, Addie. But are you here to meet a god or to slay some beast, I wonder? You're not a planner, are you?
I've been told that. This statue could be outer colonial. It's simple, but it's quite beautiful, I guess.
And why would its
Hier is
beauty
een
matter?
relief.
People like pretty things.
A human truth spanning thousands of years. What would you say these objects have in common?
They're artifacts from long before the building of the station.
The things we leave behind say something
Soort
about
museum
us,
is het
don't
hier.
they?
What a society leaves behind is all we have in understanding how they lived.
But we're interested in what you were willing to leave behind in order to come here.
Haven't left a whole lot, to be honest.
I believe that's all I will need to set the perfect temperature.
Finally.
You can
This
move
looks
on
like Pacific Revival. Part of an archway, maybe. That's a pretty big piece to ship all this way.
so it must be important. Even though it's no longer holding up a roof.
I guess its purpose has changed.
As can happen with people, too. Go ahead and choose a blue, Maddie.
Go ahead and choose a bloom. Kan ik hier naar binnen al? Nee. Go ahead and choose a bloom. Flower bed near the
Go
stairs.
ahead and choose a blue, Maddie.
Oh, hier moet ik een bloem pakken. Red flower. Yellow flower. Ik kies een gele
How
bloem.
about this one?
A solid choice. You walked an unsteady path to get here, and I think you've come in search of comfort, perhaps. Or you wish to become part of something bigger than yourself. I'm making the lighting adjustments now. Ah, perfect timing. The room is fully compressed, and we can go about setting oxygen levels.
Call me old-fashioned, but how about the traditional 21%?
Go ahead and seat yourself at the center of the pergola.
The center of the pergola.
Very good.
Nou, we gaan er
Now,
zitten.
when you're ready, you can remove your helmet.
My helmet?
Of course. You can't sample the air I've prepared with it on.
And you're sure it's safe?
Your well-being is the most important thing, Addie. I'm certain it is safe.
Okay.
Now I want you to take a deep breath. A nice, deep breath. Hold it there. 3, 2, 1, and release. Beautiful. And when you're ready, another deep breath in.
Nou, het lijkt
Deep
gelukt
as
te
you
zijn.
can, Addie. Hold it. 3, 2, 1, and release. Very good, Addie. Feel all that built-up stress from your long journey here release into the ether.
Oh, please.
Shut out any negative energy and take in another life-nurturing breath. Fill those marvelous lungs. Hold it. 3, 2, 1, and release. Wonderful.
Even the station has a limited supply of oxygen.
Next, I want you to really open your body by reaching up toward the sky.
Gaan hier yoga oefeningen doen.
Wonderful. How's that feel, Addie?
Kinda nice?
And we're almost done the calibration. For our last exercise, I will ask you to stand up.
Okay.
Now, once you're centered, you can hold your hands in a relaxed position in front of you. Now transfer your weight onto one foot. I want you to hold that for 10 seconds.
Okay.
What could this possibly have to do with oxygen levels?
It's about balancing.
Literal balancing? Unbelievable.
Almost there. 3,
Wat een balans, hè, wat een balans.
1. And that's 10 seconds. Excellent, Addie. We've done great work here today. I've made note of these settings for the other parts of the station.
So we can move to the transit system now?
The door out is just up the stairs past the flowers.
Nou, dan kunnen we nu lekker naar boven. Dan hebben we weer een gebiedje gehad. En daar kunnen we dus weer mooi een checkpoint van maken. Dan zien we jullie in de volgende. Joejoe!